Howdy everyone, my name is Shah and my team name is Team Vibe Tribe. What we have come up with is an AI-powered regulatory document classifier that embodies Hitachi's core values of social innovation and reliability. Organizations usually struggle with manual document review. It slows consistency and doesn't scale basically. Using our solution, what we are using is Claude 3.5 Haiku model to deliver 99% of the accuracy in classifying sensitive documents while continuously learning from the human feedback, which is very important at the end. I'll exactly show you what I mean by the H, the human learning, continuous human learning feedback, human in the loop feedback learning. So here, if you want to see, here is the basic web page, which is looking professionally well, easy to understand. And what the user have to do is basically try to upload a document over it. For an instance, let's say I read a bad file. Let's say this is a public version and this is a bad file. User has to like create two files. User need to like classify two files. Here is how you're going to upload it. And once it gets ready, it will say that the upload has been successfully made and the files are ready for classifying. Bef- Before we proceed to that, I like to navigate through all the different tabs that we have existingly. We have the results tab in which we have kind of documented all the previous documents and classified them in a way that is mentioned by our models. Then we have something called as analytics of the dashboard, analytical dashboard where we can classify all the documents and understand the summary of all the documents that are basically classified. Like in total, we had 10 documents, out of which 96 is the average confidence, which is very high in terms of the output that we are getting. Then we have the need reviews of 5, which means that there are some kind of API, there are some kind of uh, human feedback needed because the AI is not able to verify uh, if it's whether public information or a highly sensitive information or a confidential information. And the other thing is the unsafe content. It's basically able to understand all the different terms of profane images and entities and try to classify it as unsafe. So how I approached this is I have basically given almost 62 different types of documents to make the model learn more about it, and then it will kind of have the implementation of human in the loop. So this is the notification tab wherein you can see all those different type of documents which I have submitted previously as in history, and there are no active assignments over here. All right, we'll go ahead and make them classify. Meanwhile, the time I'll make sure that you get to know the code. How is it working from the backend? So here you can see. So it is right now starting with the progress, starting document classification. It says analyze images. Then as we go ahead, we will have more and more information about each and every document. And then I'll show you more upon the backend. So it says the input should be valid, which is like not acceptable in terms of the image classification. So here are a couple of the uploads that I have already done. And the thing which I have been talking about is uh, the human module, which is right over here. So every every uh, every feedback which is given by a human is added to a knowledge repository in terms of a JSON file, saying that this was the corrected classification, let's say highly sensitive, and original classification was mentioned as confidential. So if I want to exactly tell you more about the model that I used, so here it's the human in the loop model in which we are basically trying to achieve something like knowledge learning as well as knowledge database storing. So this basically helps us like learn more in depth about what the human is saying and technically learn more in depth about how to how to know better in terms of things that AI is not capable of doing it right now. So right now, if I want to like tell you more about in depth, it says progress, it says HITL. So once it progressed with the AI AI, the prompt engineering, it also checks with the human history knowledge. If it says that they have found any history which is relevant to the human knowledge, then it will uh, basically try to flag it and then help us directly uh, typecast it to whatever the human learning was. But in this case, it was said that there's no human learning mentioned. So this is all the backend running, and as of now, the sensitive segments are detected as false. So I'll move back again to the classifier. So now here you can see the documents have been classified. The TC1 and the BAT file has been classified. You can exactly see what all steps, at what time did it mention, did it go through, and then it also checks that checking learning patterns from human feedback, everything like that. So you go to result tab, you'll be able to go over here. And then if you see this is supposed to be a public, and what depth we have gone to is this. So it gives you the summary of the document. It gives the document is a public AI classification. Then it detects all those keywords, which reveals that this document is a public document. It says that the safety assessment, there are no profane no violent words in the document, and gives a safe tag. And then it says that, oh, hey, this is an external agent thing, marketing purpose-rated. So, and the intended audience is this, the context reasoning behind that term. So it goes in each and every segment. Additionally, what we have done is we also done dual AI verification. So if the percentage of confirmed confidence is less than or equal to 98%, it will try to go again for the second AI verification. I'll show you the step again. Oh, okay. You can even see here. So secondary, since confidence below is 98%, running dual verification. If it would have been 99%, it would have not run. So it's like dynamic prompt trees that are happening over here. And then if you go into text analysis, you will see exactly why it is public. And then if there are any sensitive information or confidential information, you'll be able to get it over here. Then we have the exact image tab. It will show you exactly the description about why this image is not a private image, something like that. And you can even see the document over here. And then evidence is proof that this document is a public document. Now, let's say you want to go to the bad file or the unsafe one. So over here, it says that you have the hate speech, violent content, adult content, harassment, and threat detection. So this is one of the test file which I created. It has something like this, and it says that it is triple verified. How is it triple verified? Because skipped verification due to very high primary coincidence. That means that it wouldn't need, see, if the primary uses unsafe, 99% confident, it will skip the very high confidence, 99% detected, so skipping verification steps. So no second tree is being generated at the same point. So here you'll see exactly like what are the text I have given and why is it exactly telling that it's unsafe. You can see the images, you can page evidences of that same, and then that's how this thing works. And you'll see that now the previously the count was 10 and now it's 12. So you have all those documents which is needed over here. And that's, if you want to look at the processing history of it, like what all steps you did, you'll be able to look it through here. So that's everything from team tribe, vibe tribe. I can show more. I can go in depth about what I did in terms of human in the loop feedback and prompt trees, dynamic prompt trees generation, but limiting the time constraint, I won't be able to explain more. Thank you so much for the opportunity.